Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Today on the channel I'll be doing my preview and prediction for Game 3 of the 2024 State of Origin Series, the decider in Brisbane. In Game 1 it was won convincingly by Queensland, Game 2 in Melbourne won convincingly by New South Wales, and it sets us up for a great decider in Brisbane in front of a very sold out and hostile crowd there at Lang Park, aka Suncorp Stadium. So I'll just be giving me thoughts on the game, how I think it's going to go, the teams, and just have a quick recap of Game 2 which happened in Melbourne. Now after Game 1 in Sydney, things were looking pretty bleak for New South Wales. Weren't a good opening to the 2024 series, but in Melbourne they bounced back, and didn't they bounce back in some fashion. Some people described it as one of the best halves of Origin football that they've ever seen. Mitchell Moses were on fire, everyone were on fire for New South Wales. They're pretty much unstoppable. Queensland had no answers, and for New South Wales it was just the perfect bounce back after a very disappointing Game 1. And it also asked some quick questions of Queensland which haven't been asked for, I'd say, about the last 18 to 24 months. If we look at the teams ahead of Game 3, New South Wales are pretty much unchanged except for Bradman Best comes in for Latrell Mitchell. And obviously I believe that he probably were picked on the basis of how he did in Game 3 last year for New South Wales. So they're pretty much unchanged, and why would you change a team after putting in a performance like that? As for Queensland, they've made a couple of changes. Selwyn Cobbo's back in the team on the wing. Dane Gagai is in the centre. He's an Origin specialist. He loves getting a try in Origin. He's almost like a different player. Kalen Ponga is on the interchange bench. He hasn't played much rugby, but he's been there and done it before, so I believe that's why he was picked. Besides that, a few of the other players that you'd expect are in the team: Cherry Evans, Hunt, Walsh. Them type of players have a wealth of experience. They know what it takes to win. They've been there and done it before. So this is going to be a really interesting match. Two very good teams on paper. Now, one thing I said before the series began is that New South Wales had to win Game 1 in Sydney, otherwise it was going to be an uphill battle, because even if they did win Game 2, Game 3 was in Brisbane, and their record in deciders in Brisbane is shocking. They've only won there twice since State of Origin began. The last time that they won a State of Origin decider in Brisbane was 2005, and I remember watching that game. I guess I'm showing my age there. And it took a future immortal in Andrew Johns to get the job done. He had one of the best performances in the Origin arena of all time. And I think that's one thing that's going to be in the back of a lot of people's minds, tipsters, even the players, everything, is that imposing record that Queensland have in deciders in Brisbane. Pretty much every time that they play their decider, they're guaranteed to win. It's also been an interesting build-up to this Game 3. There's been a lot of mind games between the two head coaches, more so from Michael Maguire. He's been saying stuff like New South Wales is the people's state, and this time round Billy Slater's kind of reined everyone in and hasn't really been allowing media days. And then he had a really bizarre press conference where he just kept saying where Queensland is whenever someone asked him a question. So it's been an interesting build-up to Game 3. I think for the match itself, if New South Wales have any chance of winning this game, they have to pretty much, I think, score the first try or the first two tries just to settle the nerves and to just get off on the front foot, because you don't want to be going into a decider in Brisbane and being, 10, 12-0 down on the scoreboard, because Queensland will just put the foot to the throat. But I think with New South Wales, they just don't have to get overawed by the occasion. They just have to stick to the game plan. I know it's going to be pretty much impossible to play like they did in Game 2. Them type of perfect performances don't come around every day, but if they can play similar to that, they're every chance of beating Queensland. But as I said, with Queensland, in Brisbane, and just some of the players in their squad, Hunt, Cherry Evans, Caelan Ponga, these type of players, in some of the other ones, Kafusi and all that, they've been there and they've done it before. They know how to win in these situations. I think they've probably got a bit more Origin experience than some of the New South Wales players. It's going to be, I think, one of the best deciders we've seen in a very long time. My tip for the game, I will go for Queensland to win by 112 points. I think this is going to be a close decider. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think that obviously as a neutral, I would probably, you like to see State of Origin be a bit close and interesting. You like to see both states win, because I think for the neutral viewers out there, if Queensland win again, what's that going to be? 3-4 series in a row that Queensland have won. So as someone that doesn't have an attachment to either state, it's good to see both states win, but I think Queensland will win by 112 points. First try scorer of the game, I will go for Selwyn Cobbo. Anytime try scorer for Queensland, well, you just have to put Tabuai Fidow in there, don't you? Along with Nanai, you can always back them for a try. For New South Wales, I'd probably say I'd back Angus Crichton to get a try. And I'll back Dylan Edwards to get another try. I backed him in game 2 to get a try. I'll back him to get another try for New South Wales in game 3. So that is my preview and prediction for game 3 of the 2024 State of Origin series. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know who you think is going to win game 3. And thanks to everyone that's been tuning in throughout the entire series. I did game 1 and game 2 previews. They got good views and a lot of engagement. So thanks to everyone that's been tuning in throughout the entire series. But anyways, this has been Rugby League History, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, because I'll be doing my tips around 20 tomorrow, so I'll catch you all then. Alright, ta-ra for now.